a lot more like lurky roles on the T side. And I think that they've kind of been utilizing Thomasin in those types of roles more often than they probably should. That's something Cole has been talking about when we've been discussing this Bestia team. So we'll see how it goes. It's Realzen right up in the mix, and with him, Thomasin's going to go down. That is a little bit of a problem. Luchov gets danked, and it's a nice flashbang, but it's ultimately still a huge trade in the favor of Uno MILLE.
Yeah, that was a messy engagement there on Uno MILLE's side. I would say, excuse me, Bestia's side. They just tried to come in.
Why are we swinging?
Yeah, that was weird. I don't know why Leo Monster swings at all. I'm not even sure why the swing's coming through from MILLE here. Why? They had the advantage. It was beautifully done. It was chaos for Bestia. Flashbang timing was off. They couldn't get into the A main area, and now it's only one player left for Uno MILLE Remix, who does manage to get one onto Noxy. But a smoke's going to get tossed, and now Remix, having to push through it, is at a disadvantage. May decide against that. Looking for info over the smoke. Does spot one, and Cassin is at 1 HP after getting connected on there.
The good news is that Leo's in heaven, so as long as Cassin just takes the first duel, they can swing and play off the back of one another's contact, or not. A little bit of a mistake there. Leaves Leo into the clutch. He has already gotten 3 kills, though, and time's starting to expire, so commits to the duel, but not even gonna try it. 10 seconds, too much. Different opportunities to change your mind late into the round, and it is late. 30 seconds now. As the smoke goes down, it's going to be a flood in through camera.
Ooh, nice shot from Leo. And then BNC and Realzen strike back, but Cassin's actually able to get one with Thomasin, so that's a 2K for them combined, and ZMB and Leo Monster, the last two standing. That is a very good job from Bestia, piercing through the defense here on A, and then Cassin spotting Leo Monster as well. We talked about him, highlighted him in the pregame as a strong opper that came from, well, what was a bit of a hit and miss, let's say, on the Pain roster. But since that point, he's been working himself back up, and, I mean, so far, so good.
Yeah, I kind of alluded to it, but I felt like it was just super awkward how that whole situation ended with Pain.
It was really weird.
Like, I don't know, just like nobody talked about it.
Yeah.
Or maybe I just missed it, but I didn't see any, like, conversation about it, so... Regardless, at least an exit frag here, CMB will be happy to not only hold on to this rifle, but take one away.
BNC, along with Realzen, it looks like it'll be a very similar setup to the previous round. 3 on B, 1 on A, and 1 mid. Here comes a util volley. Look at Leo Monster, actually. He's managed to slip out. They didn't see him. Luchov's dead. No chance, yeah.
I mean, this is what I'm talking about. The great adjustments that they can make. They know how little Bestia has actually been pressuring B main entirely. Like, there's just been no spam here. It's been almost quiet on that area of the map, and now Bestia are targeted by Leo Monster's aggression. That's lovely from Uno MILLE.
Beautiful, yeah. Absolutely great decision. I agree with you. They realized that there's space to be taken. They took it with authority. Bestia still have 3 standing. They've got the bomb on their backs as well. We'll see if they'll be able to strike back, facing quite a bit of adversity in this round. But, looking at the map, mid has been completely left to Bestia, so they've got their choice of sites to hit. Remix is watching here. Over from A with the op, and he will hit that shot onto Cassin. That makes things a lot more difficult, and likely the round, yeah, definitely the round. Feels like it'll go Uno MILLE's way now, and it does, as Leo Monster creeps up on that flank. Noxy, nothing he could really do.
I'm making a very big assumption here, but I think the Bestia, from the way they've started these rounds, kind of just letting Uno MILLE take the first steps there, and then they're going to adjust, and it's an adjustment into Cason's op, unfortunately. Remix is gone, and it's a 4 on 5, favoring Bestia.
Yeah, that's a very nice opener coming through from Cassin. And Leo, along with Noxy, want to get that mid control, which they haven't really challenged too much so far, but feels like they just want to send one player up, and the great flashbang thrown in support by Luchov to give Leo pretty much a freebie onto Realzen. 5v3 advantage. A site is completely empty. You're not wrong.
I do want to point out something here as well for Bestia. The fact that we haven't talked about Thomasin, as previously I think we would both agree was the most important player on the Bestia's squad. Like, in the previous iteration of this lineup, I think everybody's, like, first and most important player that you talk about would have been him.
Absolutely.
And they're about to be 6-1, and we haven't even really had to say anything.
Well, I think
that's the coherency that I feel like BESTIA are looking to make happen when they made these changes.
Absolutely. Yeah, and the 2 players they added are the ones who are alleviating that pressure for him, right? So I think that it's a really good point that you bring up, honestly. And even though Thomason is still, at the top in terms of rating on the squad at 1.17, Casson and Leo are going to be able to contribute a lot, especially Casson. I think he's going to have a lot of impact for this squad. As Leo is hunting down, speaking of which, hunting down a couple of players, ZMB and Leo Monster are gone. No save going to come through at all for Uno MILLE. Quite a few times here towards the A site. Incendiary's thrown, so perhaps some information here gained by Uno MILLE. Definitely now as the util's coming through, but if these 2 players get bottled in from camera, they won't be able to help. It won't matter maybe as Reelsin, only gets 1. Does a lot of damage though in the process. The thing is, Remix can't capitalize on that, and neither can BNC. BESTIA charge right on through and pick apart everyone here on this A site.
It's just great spacing from BESTIA beyond anything else, but I think the bigger issue for me is that Uno MILLE are like very, very oddly positioned. Like, I just don't understand why Remix is pushing to orange there. Like, there's just no world in which that's the position I want to be with an op. He had such a strong spot as well to, he could rotate towards Heaven, he could rotate Broken Wall. There was other options, or if he just wanted to give it up as well, that was available. That's a little bit scary.
Yeah.
BESTIA, I mean, that nade, it's a little bit close. The fact that they were this close to losing the round is a bit frustrating for them. They have economy to handle it, so it's not that big a deal.
Right.
Yeah, that's an argument that I'd be willing to accept. I think you're absolutely right. Uno MILLE certainly not going to falter off this 2A setup unless they're going to take mid. That might not be required when Remix hits that shot. BNC gets his own, and okay, well, I felt like that was just meant to be a surprise attack, right? Like, the surprise factor wasn't ever there, though, for BESTIA.
Certainly wouldn't be great, considering that 5-round CT side is actually really good.
Yep.
If you're able to get it. So, we'll see. Ooh, Reelsin. I think he's exposed. He's got support, but he does get dropped. Remix finds the trade, but on the other side, Leo is able to drop Leo Monster. And that B site potentially exposed. We'll see. 2 players here and 1 down. The other one gets tagged. ZMB is gone too. Casson with the AK takes care of business. And this round is over. BESTIA are going to have 8.
So I have such a love-hate relationship with some of Noxie's calling here in the last 6 months. This is lovely from him, though.
Yes.
Well, I guess let me explain myself. The reason I say that is because I think that oftentimes it was so much about how he was feeling and the momentum-based calling that he liked to do.
They're going to move in, yeah. They're going to try and immediately overwhelm here. Uno MILLE on the B site, scrambling a little bit to try and evade these smokes and flashes, and they do manage to escape, so that's actually not too bad. Thing is, they give up the bomb plant immediately. Leo Monster does manage to strike first in the fragging department, giving them a 5v4, but they've still got a site to retake here.
Leo's one flash that's left is going to have to be very good. They don't take street, they just resmoke it. Uh-oh. I think Uno MILLE have a great chance of this retake going well. They've got kits. Big duel. And then CMP through the smoke catches Leo as well. Entirety of E-Box is gone, and with Kaysen, he's the last man standing. Some good opping. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't get the smoke on the bomb, but he can't find the diffuser. My goodness. Everybody but the diffuser goes down. That's absurd. How's that happen? Almost the ace, but no clutch for Kaysen. It's Remix who pulls that one back.
It's not great because they lost pretty much all their bodies except for the one player that was defusing. So, I mean, look, money-wise, BESTIA doesn't have much, but they're going to go for a quick play off these Tech 9s and Mac 10s. That's the right decision from Noxie. We'll see if it pans out. There's one. Good trade coming through. Remix probably exposed here with the AWP, but Reelsin supports well, at least for one, and then Remix stays alive to allow Leo Monster to come in and take care of business. Luchov dead to rights, and there's the 4th round for Uno MILLE, who have a late half recovery heading into the second half. Could have been worse for Uno MILLE, let's say, and it's good that they recovered towards the end of that second half. Otherwise, we're likely looking at double digits for BESTIA. Noxie just charging up bridge, gets the opener onto ZMB. Leo Monster does manage to take down his teammate Casson, who charged in with him. based off of that info. 50 seconds left, and the longer it takes for MILLE to get this execute going, the more space BESTIA can gain, and the bigger the advantage will be as this hit comes through. They're all looking in one direction because they know where MILLE is coming from, and the frags come through. Luchov with the 3-piece, and Thomasine wraps it up with a pretty bow. Yeah, I think the biggest shame for MILLE is they're not able to get a bomb plant there, but given the scoreline, they go for the force buy anyway, and uh-oh, this is not shaping up well. Kaysen going to get the opener onto ZMB. Does get traded. Okay, Thomasine very exposed here. He falls as well. BNC doing the work, at least ensuring a bomb plant can come through here, tucking himself in the corner behind Cake. Also has the M4 picked up in his hands and continues to frag away. They need to drop him fast, and they can't. Leo Monster's gone. Railsin gets Luchov, and that is the round off the back of a great play from BNC.
Let's see what happens here. Gun round of massive importance because of that fact. Remix is going to walk it out right into Kaysen, but in the missed shot, and up close, Leo goes down. Luchov is alone, and he's barely been able to escape. That is round over. Or at least it should be. I guess 2v3 still technically doable. Noxie on scene quickly.
Yeah, I don't know. It's questionable. Noxie's got a really good forward position here to go for a retake, and I think he just has to wait for Thomasine to get up here. And if Thomas finds his frag, it's going to be huge, but well, it won't matter as much now since Noxie was spotted out. Thomasine might still try to go for this, but the op is just way too important. He's going to grab that off the ground and save up. So a good execute by MILLE into that B site. It got close, right? Because you had, I think it was Leo, all the way back to July of 2024.
Wow.
Yeah. And that ended up... Sorry, go ahead.
That's very different two teams.
Yeah, exactly. And it was 13-9 for BESTIA, but again, super different teams, and it's not really that relevant to the result that we're going to see here. Leo Dark, opening frag on his side. 22 seconds left. MILLE have really burned a lot of time off the clock. Doesn't give them an opportunity to get in here comfortably, so they're going to have to charge in, hit every single shot. And wow, Casson had no idea. Railsin's just farming away, and ZMB supports for the third. He hides around the edge of the smoke and finds Luchov as well. That is a last-second execute that goes perfectly, as it really had to, for MILLE, and we are tied up. Absolutely the case. Not only that, he's got the lead in terms of frags on his squad with 17. Remix, waiting with the op, holding camera. Noxie flashed out. It's not enough. Remix will find the opener.
Remix's style of opping is really effective on this map against BESTIA. Hold on a moment. Tom is in. He's in trouble. Oh, but not in trouble. Maybe it's they who are in trouble with him. MILLE go down all three with one magazine. And with that, Thomasin will add a fourth to his tally. He is unstoppable here on A.
Maybe collect another scalp to keep the economy delicate here for BESTIA, but outside of that... Oh, okay. Actually, he slipped through Palace, and that could lead to something. He knows a player's in camera, so he has to be very... Oh, I am surprised he goes around that corner, Vincent, without being more aware of the potential peek. Now, I imagine this execute's only going to come in with less than 30 seconds. Yeah, no question.
Those two E-Box mollies have kept 3 players at B.
Yeah.
At least there's that. ZMB's here for the cutoff on the rotate. Leo needs to trade this immediately. Oh, and ZMB, he survives. He survived.
Wow,
they're going to hunt him down. This works just because Thomasin's given up the entirety of A in order to clear back out mid, and that's a great decision because you can see what happens. They get the site, but MILLE never get to plant their feet, never get to become comfortable in these post-plant positions because they're already disrupted. It's almost as if they get too much space to work with and don't know what to do with it. BESTIA swoop in and take it right back. No different whatsoever. Here's where, I mean, this is what MILLE have really been successful in. Cannot believe that's not a collat. I mean, it is. It's just not a double kill. He gets 1.5, and that's plenty. That's exactly what I was talking about, that, you know, MILLE, I think Remix against this team, Remix is set up to succeed stylistically there.
Absolutely. I'm just surprised BESTIA even go for that peak because Remix has been holding that very consistently. Anyway, Noxy will get one, an important one if the 7 he's found so far, as it makes it a 4v4, but he takes a lot of damage in the engagement. Now they're going to try and rotate around and guess that the B hit is coming through the smoke. Leo's gone off of Remix's op shot. And now Bestia have retaken the space, but they have to worry about the player who's eventually going to come in on a flank here. Thomas Sin does support Leo Monsters, that flank I was talking about. That is from Palace. Oh my goodness, he's got probably 2. Yep, there's 1, 2. And the last one is not long for this world case and gone. Well played from Uno Mille, biding time.
Like, not consistent from Bestia, really passive. And then for, that round to change so interestingly fast is wild. But this is why I said that shot from Kaysen that was missed before, not going to be something you're going to see very often. He had the advantage, and he takes it this time around.
All right, Kaysen forces Uno Mille to adapt and reassess what they want to do in this round. They were trying to get into that B site quickly, but as soon as Remix is dropped, they fall back. Luchov and Leo waiting around E-Box. Gotta have an engagement for themselves if they're patient, but it looks like Bestia have already set themselves up well with the op. Kaysen on the other site now connects onto Leo Monster. And Uno Mille just keeps doubling back like, oh my goodness, okay, now he's over towards A. Let's try and readjust ourselves and go for mid control, which is what they have. Maybe they'll still pincer into A, but they were hoping to have both pieces there. ZMB gets one, and that does force, I think that's Noxy, back in towards camera. Peeking out here again would be a mistake. Yeah, he shouldn't be fighting, and he is. That's a 3v3.
That's devastating. That's some of the times where I question Noxy. That's a perfect example of it, where he's just continuing to fight. And Kaysen in such an off angle. I mean, it's genius if he gets the kill, but it's so brutal if he misses, and it's just a leg shot. Leo's on the other side of the map. I mean, Bestia, do they just have to save? That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's what they look like they're doing. I don't know that I agree, though.
I mean,
what we should be talking about is that decision is what loses the round.
Yeah. No, I mean, we saw it in the moment. That was a bad decision for him to make to try and take that fight. I mean, you either go with Thomason or you don't go at all and you go back to the site. Anyway, that might not matter as Leo's going to get 2. Noxy finds one onto BNC. Remix managed to slip through. It will be him getting the frag as well, but Kaysen with the USP of all things through the smoke takes care of Remix, and there's overtime secured by Thomason. So the saved guns end up having the impact, although I do agree with you. I think Bestia takes this because it was because of some really weird mistakes that they ended up losing a couple of those rounds, and it could have been done in regulation. And now we're going to see an opener from Kaysen. 5v4, Noxy charging out. This time it's the right decision to pop out here, of course, since he knows that the player is there, having thrown that flashbang, and it will be a 5v3. What?
No.
That's not a good time for this to happen.
He's done enough, surely. Leo grabbing his op, he's like, well, thank you, buddy. I'll take that. I've been waiting for my time.
You see in Leo's eyes, he's like, oh my god, guys, he just disconnected. I don't know what to do here. I'm just going to grab the op,
I'll be having that.
Yeah.
Well, it could be the recovery, that kill.
Yeah.
And now you move towards Thomason's domain. Does he get out? Oh, he does. He gets out. No visual acquired. That's phenomenal. On the other side of the map, Bestia start to creep through and wonder, okay, so where are they actually?
Okay.
Do they expect Thomas? To be here.
No. Not at all. Thomason clearing things out. He gets 2. As Uno Mille. Well, they need to respond immediately here.
It's an immediate response, but it's from Bestia. I mean, this is confidence to take some of those liberties that we know they like to do. Still, Thomason's going to go down, so any player gone. Start to pressure in. Those are wonderful flashbangs, though, from Bestia. They super stall this out. Allow them to actually have a defense available.
Oh my goodness. That is great awareness from Noxy, honestly, because that would have been a critical engagement between Luchov and the player that is taken down there in that engagement by Noxy. And instead, it's completely innocuous. Oh, good spot from Remix, though. Luchov takes a step too far down that bridge. And it will be down to a 3v3 once more. A readjustment being made by MILLE. There's lots of time on the clock here. They could still go back to the A side eventually. It looks like Noxie wants to peer out here. Oof.
This is crazy. This is absurd. Noxie was on A. He was holding A, and didn't have any mid control, and he's already in B main. He already has so much information. And if they go through E-Box, he's probably won the round anyway. That reposition, I think, wins BESTIA this round.
Yep. And I mean, that position as well from Leo there behind that cubby was fantastic. Honestly, Leo Monster, last one standing, 25 seconds left. I agree with you, the information, everything looking strong here for BESTIA. Kaysen gets the opening salvo fired off against Leo Monster, but can't really connect on. Now he's just trying to attract his attention. Jumping around there, giving his riflers a chance to come through, and round is over. 10 seconds left, no bomb, no chance. Leo Monster just falls back and keeps the AK.
He's got to, might be removed from his hands. It's not that big a deal because it's overtime. So when it's a 3-on-3 as well, it is such a round-winning play. Even if he isn't the one to get the kills. Change the direction entirely.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Thomason only gets one, and Remix is holding for the rotation as well. MILLE setting themselves up very well here for a 13th round victory. I'm going to get planted. They've still got to deal with Luchov and Noxie. Noxie's so low, though, and he's stuck in an engagement with BNC. I don't think he gets out of this. No, he will not. And Luchov is left to his own devices in a 1v4 that he has to go for, obviously, since it's the last round of the first half of overtime.
Yeah. And trying to make your way through a smoke, you wait it out, but that means time now is very low to clear out all these angles to try and break through. Off angle here from Remix should seal the deal, and it will. Constant wins there for Remix across this T side. Slow approach that doesn't leave them a lot of exit strategies.
Oh, are they just gonna blitz?
They're heading in. Yeah, it's straight through that smoke, and the flash is ineffective. ZMB slides back into position, and I mean, Jason's up. Oh, the Tech 9 almost saves the day, but Thomason now has to clutch up. Wide swing, knows where Leo Monster's at, but he's got another man, and it's two, in fact, coming into E-Box. Again, though, I mean, the setup to this looks nice.
Yes.
You have the right numbers here in the favor of BESTIA. ZMB going to be forced back. Leo actually looking for this reaction preemptively this time. Knows that there was a double push through a main last time around. He'll get a resmoke. Nobody goes down, sure, but this is still very difficult for the CTs to actually retake into. If you have E-Box control, it's such a powerful post plan.
Oh boy, Luchov saying, I'm not having any of that retake here. 3K for him. Leo takes care of business towards Canal, and that is a clean round victory for BESTIA. And let's compare the first two rounds, right? They wait for their opportunities to send three people up Canal in towards E-Box and two out of A main. A great flashbang in towards CT keeps one at bay and allows them to space in towards the site. Kaysen is going to be dropped here, as I'm talking about that against Remix, so Remix winning that fight once more.
I think Remix, a lot of credit to him. He's on these opening duels been really effective. How has Leo Monster died? ZMB has so much explaining to do.
Oh, and Noxie doesn't look like he's missed a step as he picks up that op out of the hands of Kaysen and delivers his team the man advantage. This could be it. BNC and Reelsen, both coming from the same angle. Have a couple of flashes. Oh no! Oh my goodness! How does Thomason not realize that both players not ready for that engagement at all? You'd think Thomason would be. That's a lifeline potentially for MILLE. There go both their flashes. Last piece of util out. Reelsen gets one. Noxie with the trade. Can he get the last one and secure it for his squad? Pistols out. Noxie just staying alive. Ring around the rosy. Is there time for the defusal? I believe so. Let's see here. Oh my goodness, just barely. And MILLE is going to win the round. Noxie shaking his head.
Remix is going to get his op back into position to watch for camera control. Well, this is nice. BESTIA and two players deep into Palace. And they're ready to go B off the back of that. Thomason was meant to sell the fake potentially. Now it's just got to go. 25 seconds.
Oof, yeah, Luchov is going to get one here. Leo Monster's trapped. There's no chance for him at all. So BESTIA managed to wrench their way back into this round. But here come Remix and Reels in to retake that space. Bomb is planted, but it's all up to Cassin. He does get one. The second, no. And now he's got pressure coming from CT. He needs to isolate BNC. He does, but he runs out of bullets. Uno MILLE. I mean, if Uno MILLE can get an advantage here on their CT side going to T side, could be great. Could be great. We'll see. Thomason, want to get one Luchov with the trade off of Thomason's death, and Leo, a critical one onto Leo Monster. Remix gets mollied back out of the angle he was trying to peek. And now he's just going to try and bide his time and wait for ZMB to rotate around. But, I mean, look, this is not looking great for Uno MILLE in this round.
That's a very old school entry pack. I say old school from like a month ago for BESTIA, right? Luchov and Thomason kind of playing off of one another. That's what I'm used to seeing. That's why I was so surprised at how they've been using Leo in this game on the T side.
Heading to the next half.
There's a couple more misses from Kaysen that I'm comfortable seeing, to be honest with you. We've gotten deeper into that one. Great utility to force Noxy out, get Leo Monster a favorable duel. Once again, there's a whole lot that's about to be on the shoulders of Thomason as the sole player kind of throwing utility, and all of that's just a little bit early. I feel like it's pulling the rotators, and the mid prong of this attack isn't quite prepared to go. It's going to be 3 on A when they finally get the chance to start moving forward. B and C. Oh, how's Luchov blind? Who's throwing the flash? Is he team flash? That had to have been it.
Yeah.
Great trade though from Cassin. You got to get the bomb. And that bomb recovery is a mission in and of itself. Leo Monster knows that fact.
How is Cassin alive? I thought he was dead like 5 seconds ago. Finally, he does go down. Leo Monster, the 3K, and indeed, Uno MILLE do come out with the lead. Good performances there, which, you know, unfortunately for Uno MILLE is the case for them. Anyway, they still have to win here. It's not over. 17-16. Yes, it's a good advantage for them to have, especially getting those 2 rounds on CT side. But Luchov is going to start things off phenomenally for BESTIA as they switched over, and it's a 5v3.
Oh, I really, honestly would really prefer to see Luchov get out here, but, I mean, look who it is. It's Remix Bested. He's been so good on these opening duels, and now Noxy about to be tested, and he's done, aced that test. Leo Monster falls, reels in, finally a trade, but it is at the latter stages of this one. Oh. Or maybe not. Maybe it's not over quite yet. Luchov's still available onto this site, but is he just going to sit and wait?
He's got to stay alive.
I feel like Reelsin kind of like knows what's up here.
Yeah, it feels like he's got the read, but they've got to force Luchov out of position, and they won't be able to, so, well, maybe they will, actually. The reinforcements aren't here. They're not checking for it at pillar. Luchov's patience pays off, and he is rewarded with a 4K in the round. BESTIA tie it up.
It's just a stunning shot that he hits onto the opera. Like, Remix was there. Good flashbang as well. That's a big factor. Yeah.
Oh no! Noxy takes a step too far, and Remix is happy to oblige. I mean, we were just saying, you know, Uno MILLE love to punish that aggression, and Noxy walks right into 3 players. He was dead one way or another. 46 seconds left on the clock. Cassin could get the response right here, and he does. Needs to fall back, tries to reset, and he connects for a second. That is huge. 4v3 gained off the back of the Opera here. He goes through the Molotov. Oh my goodness, still alive with 4 HP. That's all he needs. He's an Opera, right?
Don't need health. Overwhelmed. That's a great push. Phenomenal there from Leo Dark and from Thomason. Just a duo that makes it so difficult because now they can step back and have a little bit of success there inside of heaven. Fast rotation. Thomason, this is going to be unexpected, but at least Kaysen in a difficult spot. He's going to fight forward, and with 9 seconds, the bomb can be denied.
What?
4 kills from Kaysen. BESTIA that have that opportunity to close now that we thought should been, and really probably would have been Uno MILLE's. But Thomason, that's a great guy to catch off guard. Noxy's here. But it's not going to be easy. He's isolated.
Oh, no,
yeah, I agree. I'm right there with you. 3 on 5, but there is no reason to be saving at this juncture.
Well, this is going to be another overtime at this point. I just don't like that decision making from Noxy, because you already know the site is overwhelmed. You're not necessarily that fragger who can go out and make that big difference. You're the caller. So fall back, wait for the reinforcements to go, and commit to the retake. Instead, you know, it would have been a 4v5. Maybe one player softened up so you have a chance there. Instead, you have a 3v5 and your team can't really get back in. So you give up so much space, and the result is, well, triple OT. If you don't push, because they want to get that opening frag, which will give them the idea of which direction to go. And that doesn't happen here. So now they have to try and get their execute. Cass, and oh boy, he's dead. He's dead. He still gets the frag, but he's dead. So the best case scenario is to get one there and trade it out, and that's what happens. Leo Monster finds another. Luchov desperately trying to stay alive, but ZMB puts an end to him. And now BNC also dropping Thomas in. It's only Noxy left standing, and despite the fact that Bestia did play more passively there, it still doesn't work out for them. And Uno MILLE got a lead again. Who I think perform better when they're holding back and not going for aggression, are forced to do that. So let's see if it pans out for them. Kaysen waiting here, hits the option to ZMB, expects pressure to be applied from E-Box, and it is. BNC, though, charges out, finds the two-piece, and then Leo Monster blindsides Kaysen through the smoke. Noxy able to strike back for one, and it is a 2v2. Noxy could have a huge impact here, and he gets the second as well. Remix hoping that he can hold on here, but with an op against two rifles, it's going to be tough, and he doesn't expect Leo to come around that same angle. There it is. Bestia finally strike true again on their CT side. There's a nade on back. Uno MILLE getting pretty aggressive outside of B main for, I would say, one of the few times, because they're usually waiting for quite some time before they charge in there. Cassin, opening frag on a Leo Monster, trade through from Luchov after losing Leo, but that means he's really exposed here on this B side as the lone player, so he makes the right decision and goes to clear out canals instead and gives up the site, which means that it could be a retake coming through here should Uno MILLE charge forward, but Noxy does regain the space, and he'll be joined shortly by Kaysen.
But the fact that they've stayed alive, that Noxy's still here to be a bit of a thorn in the side of Uno MILLE on the back of the site, it's massive. Thomason now arriving on scene from A. Has that clear out been successful? Luchov readying up a flank. Bomb not going to go down, and oh, it's so very good here from Bestia. Bomb did get planted, excuse me, misspoke, but regardless, Bestia will certainly be able to get that defuse off with.
And maybe pull Uno MILLE's attention off of A long enough that they're able to strike at the right moment, but maybe they could just shift gears entirely.
Fake A.
Yeah, it is a fake A. So exactly what I was describing, but just the other way around.
Yeah, exactly. Luchov, his timing through that smoke could not have been better. No one had eyes on, but that is still a little bit more difficult. Leo Monster, he's got to fight his way out. Fight he will. Kaysen's low, so it's got to be Noxy to take this, and Reelson's already on the flank. Uh-oh, bad news here for the Bestia squad, because Uno MILLE have exactly what they needed.
I agree.
Like that was drawn up like we were watching another one of those rounds in regulation, exactly the same.
Oh, they're just going to slip in here. Luchov's got the edge. Yeah, instant on Leo Monster, but he doesn't realize there's a player right to his left as he came out of that smoke, and now I think they're bumping heads in that smoke. What's happening here? How has he gotten behind them? Oh, he can't even have any impacts. They know he's here now. That's ridiculous for ZMB. I mean, the amount of time he stays alive and just unable to have any impact despite the chaos. And look at Bestia go here. They charge right into the B site. They've taken control of it, and likely the round in their favor here.
Luchov's had a lot of impact, you know, there at B, you know, as the B defaulter essentially here for Bestia on the T side. And I feel like after so many rounds, he has really sort of figured out some of these timings.
They're going to go back to their bread and butter here, Vincent. You talked about it. You both mentioned it. A has been way better for them. That is a great nade thrown by Uno MILLE, though. And here come the U-tilt from Bestia. Reels in, and Remix just taking care of business, knocking him down. And it is just two left and only one. This is another overtime.
Sure is.
Oh, my God.
Same number of overtimes. It's the same overtime setup.
Oh, I guess you're right. Yeah. I'm crazy.
Regardless. Kaysen, going to be delivering that opener. He grabs another one. CMB, honestly, props for him for swinging back into that, because I certainly wouldn't.
I want to get back to that OT discussion, but we'll wait. As that Molotov's going to sail in here. Noxy. Oh, yeah, that's free. Every day. ZMB gone. Noxy had the jump on him. Molotov sails through, and BESTIA will be able to get the bomb plant here. MILLE trying to strike back in. Remix still alive. We've got to check in on the numbers here. Remix leads the server with 35 frags and Kaysen at 34 right behind him. So the Oppers really have been carrying the weight of their team on their shoulders in some ways, but we have to give Leo and Luchov a ton of credit with the way they've been playing, and also the riflers on the other side, Reelson and Leo Monster. Luchov, speaking of which, want to get that headshot onto Remix, and now it's Reelson pretty much dead. So this round's over. Yeah, so what I meant by having more overtimes in MR15, I meant in terms of rounds, Vincent. Like, if you have 8 overtimes, yeah, like 8 overtimes in MR15 and 8 overtimes in MR12, it's going to be more rounds in MR15, right? So that's what I was trying to factor in. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. We'll see how much OT we get here, as it looks like Reelson will manage to hang on to an AWP here as he falls back.
I was over an A main that I was referring to.
Reelson's getting a little bit antsy here, and he almost pays the price. Thomason will fall, though, despite doing 75 HP of damage, and BNC at camera pops Leo Dark. I'll leave it up to only Kaysen and Luchov, as we're looking at another tied scoreline here. Potentially.
Seems likely. Reelson's hearing it, and now he's seeing it. Kaysen gone. It will be that tied score as anticipated. Well, twice over, it hasn't been converted on in any way.
I'd really love to look at overtimes by region, because I feel like it's skewed very heavily towards South America. But anyway, we'll get back to that. BNC opener. Noxy finds the trade immediately. And BESTIA decide, nope, this isn't for us. They're going to fall back, and it looks like B will be their decision. Anyway, Remix going to get another frag on the board for himself on Thomasine. What is BESTIA thinking here? They doubled back only to go back towards A site.
Yeah, after they lost Thomason as well.
Yeah.
Which, you know, honestly, the target sort of doesn't matter. The numbers are the same regardless. Oh, that's a huge mistake. I think the footstep just made. Yeah, attempt at that trade, but even with the flood spray, Kaysen goes down. Reelson getting all three.
Okay, Reelson.
He is excited about it. And mid in regulation.
You're right. They haven't really tried to go out of A. But, I mean, look, I don't know if that's going to change at this point. I think they want to play it passively because they've been punished so many times going for that aggression. Leo gets the opener onto Leo Monster, and then CMB and Reelson strike back to clean out the defenders on B. Noxy's here, but he's going to be by himself soon because the reinforcements are getting picked apart as they're trying to rotate around and help out. Noxy gets one, only one. Thomasine, last one standing, and I mean, what can he possibly do? He's surrounded by smokes and Molotovs in a 1v3 situation, just being peppered down and eventually struck down by the AWP of Remix, who has one away from 40 frags. MILLE, though.
And that will be MILLE getting a whole lot more opportunity. Okay, I love this change of pace. This is MILLE. They've never gotten that aggressive. They're just hoping that they've pulled rotators with that, though. Unfortunately for them, BESTIA have pushed mid. That is the worst possible scenario for what MILLE just did.
Oh my god. That is so tough, right? 46 seconds left, and this is what happens, right, when MILLE either lose the first body or BESTIA doesn't get aggressive. A lot of time burns off the clock, and it puts them in a tough spot. There's the shot hit by Kaysen. Remix down. CMB, BNC, and Reelson have to make a move quickly. I mean, you just don't have time. You don't have time to readjust now. 30 seconds left on the clock. They're going in, trying to find Thomason. He gets the frag. There just aren't enough bodies at this point. So this is going to be a 23rd for BESTIA unless we see an absolutely ridiculous effort from Reelson and BNC, and we're not going to get it. Bomb is down. It's over. 23-24.
I think that MILLE loses this round, but I just want to sing their praises still. I think that is such an important decision for a winning mindset, right? Yeah, I mean, gonna get Luchov rotated over. And again, tight timeline means that, you know, chances to walk away are difficult. Floor is lava at the moment. In the inbound, McThomason, again, unknown on the site. Double kill, he gets a dink off on another one. That's massive. Leo Monster, he's turned the tides. He's done it again. He's created the opportunity. Another dink, oh, rather a leg shot there for Kaysen, but it also doesn't convert. Leo versus 3. 2 of them on 1 HP, but he is the one to go down. That's where it ends, and that's where Uno MILLE take it all the way through. So many overtimes, and they were down so often, yet they never gave up.
That is unbelievable. In South America, you really never know what's going to happen map to map, so let's see what goes on here.
And with how fired up we saw those Uno MILLE individuals, it feels like this is a map they really want to take over. You know, this means a lot to them. Not that it doesn't mean anything to BESTIA, but Uno MILLE. Oh, it's an advantage that they've just grabbed. Leo Monster, it's courtesy on the re-clear. Oh my goodness, that adjustment onto AC is absurd. And BNC is gonna have 3 here. What a clothesline there from Leo Monster. You know, that it was an eco round. Probably why Uno MILLE were willing to rotate so aggressively as well.
Of course. BESTIA back to the rifles here, although Util not great. Oh my goodness. What a peek from BNC. Thomason gets deleted right off the rip. And there goes Noxy as well, poking his head down that vent and finds his doom for Uno MILLE on Anubis, whereas on the other side, although there was even distribution, it felt like it was more Luchov, you know, and Kaysen carrying the weight of their team. Of course, Leo as well.
Going the other way. It isn't an eco, though. That's, at the very least, going to help BESTIA continue to be competitive here. Oh, that's going to be brutal. Smoke's perfect, and Luchov just beheaded. Srielsen's allowed to escape without much of a problem. What? Huh? Remix? He just shot him through the wall.
Okay.
I didn't even know you could wallbang that.
Yeah, I've seen it before, but that's not often that it happens. I think I've seen it once before.
You walked it, too.
Well, BESTIA does manage to strike true here onto the A site. ZMB has his head taken off, so that should lead to a plant. They don't feel safe yet, and they shouldn't because they don't have visibility on what could be happening at Heaven or Mini, but with that smoke at Mini, they will plant this bomb. And now it's up to Uno MILLE to try and get back in towards A.
Like Uno MILLE, like, so Hardy decided that they, like, not lost the round, but they're so slow about getting back into this. I feel like they have lost the round, and that's before they even get contact. That contact comes in the form of Kaysen's off.
Oh.
And that's a great visual to ascertain. They just playing to deny guns here? Like, I don't know.
It seems like it.
Felt like from the beginning, Uno MILLE were playing as if they had already lost the round.
I mean, they did deny 2 guns there. So, yeah, I think it was really just trying to keep the economy in check for BESTIA, which technically they do, although the op's still standing here.
They're going to keep moving forward on that ramp intention. Once again, they'll get the reels and drop down. What? That is a little oopsie. Luchov just gets a freebie on the run.
Okay. Didn't feel like that was even a possibility, but just an instantaneous play comes through, and BNC a little too eager to pop his head around that corner. Luchov punishing. 5v4 for BESTIA. 39 seconds left, so they have to make a play now, and it looks like it'll be again into the A site, where only ZMB is his position, just given away by throwing that flash, but he jumps down, and, well, it was sort of the right idea, but he gets caught out immediately. And BESTIA will get 2 more frags. Another, Kaysen, I was going to say another save, but a no-scope from Kaysen takes care of Reels, and now Leo Monster is sent packing.
You can get the same approach, you know, from 2 different angles, and that's kind of what BESTIA have been able to do. They need to find a way to stop that. Well, it's not that that's going to be the biggest problem right now. Remix hits the deck.
That's just a confident swing there from Casson, but oh no, I mean, I thought BNC was going to wait even longer. What is happening? Where are the comms? How does Luchov die and Casson doesn't even look into garage? That is unacceptable for Bestia, honestly.
A1S moment could have been actually.
I guess, but you got to realize from that angle, you got to say, look, okay, it was only like 2 places and I didn't see anyone mini and I was looking more towards that direction. So
True.
Yeah, that's still, you got to have some awareness at the very least. Leo's going to get one back, so BNC's gone. Bestia trying to strike true. Leo Monster right on point there. Threw into Mini. Makes it a 3v2. Realizes there could be more players there, so he throws the smoke down.
There's a couple of HEs. If they grab the bomb, they can route towards B, or they could just fight towards A.
"15 seconds left. Bestia clocks against them, and good spam from Reels. In 11 seconds now, they have to grab the bomb, and it just won't happen. He's surrounded as Thomason. He gets one. That'll be it. And Uno Melee, adjustments made.
They execute. Surely they're not going on that. Yeah, it's just going to be the ramp play instead. I feel like Uno Melee didn't really react in the way that they were hoping, but still they get the kill. And with Reels in here on ramp, he gets another one. Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
Oh, Leo doesn't realize the Luchov's around the corner, so he gets blindsided too. Craziness here in ramp room. Looking at all those X's there as the bodies were dropping one after the other. Noxy spots ZMB, who overlooked that angle, thinking that no one was there. So now it is all up to BNC in a 1v2 against Luchov and Noxy. It's MP9, but he can upgrade himself to an AK, so I mean,
he's got no kit. He's so far away. Op is available, and he's not going to save it. That's great. Actually, dude, Luchov is very intelligent right now. I feel like Bestia's plan of action hasn't actually changed all that much. How they get there has, but their real goals are the same.
Well, there is a silver lining here, but we'll have to wait to talk about it. Oh, Noxy gets one, but the TK comes through. Just so little you can do with the fact that Thomason walks into that angle, and he had so little health that, you know, there's only so much that can happen there. And either way, it will be a 4v4. Luchov, he's been so good taking fights here and opening space, but this time Reels in will deny him. Struggling to strike true, but there it is. Noxy opens up the space with an important one onto Remix. A site is free for the taking.
And a smoke to Mini should allow for the bomb to go down with ease. You can't see though. Wait a second. Leo's gonna go down, and it's just as he starts to turn. Now that free bomb plant, not so free, as the pressure comes in from the Mini side. Oh, Jason doesn't hit the first, so his teammate goes down, but a one-on-one. Surely he knows he can drop vent. He absolutely does, and he will make that move.
Reels in not realizing yet, but he will very shortly, that the bomb is planted towards the B site. Now he has to work his way down there and try to catch Kaysen off guard. The thing is, Kaysen, is there a gun on the ground there for him? A rifle? I believe there might be.
Oh, there is.
Yeah, so he could switch, but he goes to the pistol instead and sticks with the op. Did he hear Reelsen go in the vent? I don't believe so. So Reelsen has managed to slip out. He goes to decon. Casson waiting for the fight. 1v1. Reelsen, he's got the nade. He tosses it into Cubby. He's just running out of time. Taps the bomb, looks for the fight, but I don't think he's going to be able to get this. No, Casson goes around the corner. I think there should be maybe a little bit of time left. No! It is too close, and Reelsen will fall.
But you know what will always alleviate a little bit of that difficulty? Pistol round win. That'll always do it. I know Melee, you can find one here. Be superb. Oh, and that's a great start. Luchov goes down. Great trade from Leo, but it's Leo Monster who hits an even better one. Adjustment made there for Noxy, who's low on HP. Even numbers, but the bomb goes down on B. Oh, the bomb goes down on B. That's bad news now.
I mean, they could still win this. ZMB is stuck in an extended engagement with Noxy, and he does manage to find the frag, and Remix swings around at Decon to find Thomas and Cassin left alone. Uno Mille only need to find one more, and Cassin, it's a beautiful headshot. Now he has to come around this corner and hopefully for his sake get a frag, but now he decides to stick the defusal instead.
He's gonna win.
ZMB doesn't realize it. It's a 10-second defusal. He still gets the frag, but I think now a full 10 seconds. Is it too much? Time ticking away. The bomb will indeed explode here. Short of the defusal once more this time. Go into it, 1:45 on the clock. Uno Mille looked like they want to have a blitz of their own into this A site, but oh my goodness, Leo didn't realize there were so many Molotovs around him. Ends up going down for free. Uno Mille will take that every single day of the week. 5v4. It'll just be a distraction.
I don't think they ever saw Cass in there, actually. Thomason.
No.
Crucial. His position. Okay, he almost got away with a double there. Cassin gonna handle the yard aggression as well, but down on B. There's two guys here. I mean, this is deadly. The fact that Luchov has Cassin for support. Never mind! Luchov goes down. Cassin, he's been seen here. They know that there's an op to be wary of. There's a smoke as well that could potentially be placed in double door. The bomb goes back up. Yeah, they did. Yeah. Up to heaven. Noxy's gonna be there. Oh, he's played a little bit of a game with them all the way around. He'll deny the plant. But it's a great trade. That's swift reacting.
Yeah, honestly, there's only so much you can do there if you're Noxy, because you know there's two other players to worry about. He bided his time, I'd say, enough maybe to give Cassin a chance to rotate forward, but it's a one and done for him. Cassin still has to wait out this smoke, has a couple of flashes to work with, so he could opt just toss the flashes in and try to gain the advantage. But time's running out.
Unfortunately, I mean, we know that that's just not a play that's going to be working. Oh, okay. I was saying that based on the fact that Rilzen was crouched down.
Try to wait for reinforcements to arrive, but it's just not enough. So, Uno Mille, 1 round victory away from getting double digits, and you're looking at the buy-up here for BESTIA. It doesn't really give much confidence. I guess they're going to try for a lobby crunch, and it works! Cassin and Leo find a couple, make it a third for Cassin. On the other side, though, Uno Mille get 3 back as well. Leo Monster is going to fall to Cassin's M4, who's got 3 on the round, but BNC is still standing. The problem for him is he doesn't have the bomb. It was dropped over around lobby, and eventually he will fall too. What a great call from BESTIA to go for that crunch. They got their B ramp anchor. This time Cassin watching with the AWP. Uno Mille is just going to try and charge in, and it works for the opener. Leo Monster finding one. Leo trades it back, and then Luchov finds another, but it's BNC and ZMB who are the ones to strike true, leaving only one standing, and that's Thomason on the other side of the map. He'll try to come in through the vents and have an impact here, but timing is of the essence. 33 seconds left. The bomb hasn't been planted yet. You got BNC who's low. There's that bomb going down. Thomason's managed to slip out. Could get both here. Thomason firing away, but overlooks second vent.
Well, this is going to get defended so effectively, I think. Uno Mille, they don't know it, but BESTIA know what's up.
Yeah, Luchov in the smoke. Yeah, he's going to slip out towards first vent. There is a freebie for him, and the follow-up. The defense is indeed too strong here, Vincent, at least for the time being, indefinitely now. Luchov destroying everyone. Thomason will get the last one, but look, BESTIA are back on the board.
It might have just been cooked from the loss bonus. I wasn't tracking it that well. Could have been the reason.
1900,
hello?
Oh, what? How does ZMB pull that off? With the Zeus dropping down from Mini. Ay, ay, ay. That is not the way that the first frag should have happened here in this round, but that's what we get, and Leo Monster picks up the M4. That's so dangerous, Noxy. Yeah, he realized it. Backs off. Thomason does a lot of damage to Rilzen. This should still go BESTIA's way, but you you really never know at this point with the rifle picked up. What is that spam? Right on the money up against Noxia. 3 bullets, I think all of them connecting from BNC. And now another rifle picked up. Headshot on Luchov is trying to drop down. In midair is gone. 2v2. Thomason will come back and close the door. Wow. BESTIA. Great start for them, but 2 players already down secret. I don't know if Luchov has any idea that he's going to be in a fight. Yeah, no. Tried pushing through that smoke, and they were bumping into each other. Reelson realizes it first, backs off, lets the player come towards him, and we'll get a freebie for himself. But the thing is, Leo Monster, who had that forward positioning on B, loses the fight, and now damage done to all 3 players that are walking in. Bomb plant at least. It'll help the economy, but they want the round.
Yeah, I don't think the economy is
No, yeah.
a real concern at this point. Oh, Remix, it isn't pretty. Leah's going to get run down. That flashbang going to delay things as Reelson tucked into a corner. There's an opt to trade that. Kaysen in position. Now ZMB needs to lead from the front. He's got the clutch. Kaysen's on the position. He's watching and waiting, but they don't stick under the bomb. And that jump, what is he jumping? Okay, it's fine. It's fine. There's no problem.
You get the first, and you don't know if the player is still defusing the bomb or not. So you have to try and go quickly around, and in that case, just a heads-up play from Leo to ensure the frag comes through. Speaking of Leos, it's Leo Monster this time, opening it up against Cass, and frags go back and forth, and we have the advantage for Uno Mille. 3v2, Noxy and Luchov come from the same angle. They're trying to overload Reels, and they do, but they take so much damage in that fight that BNC and Remix have an easy clean, and Uno Mille have sent this one to the limit.
Being prepared for that as the next step in the process. Just gonna run down a ramp. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. I mean, it's up against such a limited buy that it's going to work out very nicely indeed. They'll clear out Thomasin. And now, I mean, they can just chill. They could take B, but they could also just chill.
Oh, man.
Entire kit.
Yeah. BNC is going to get the headshot swinging around against Leo. Just, there's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do. Overtime is inevitable. 12-12, tied up. OT is inbound for the second consecutive 8 frags versus Cassin's 20. So Cassin's been dominating with the AWP, but in the end, it's, you know, a step up from BNC, or I shouldn't say step up, he played this well on the previous map. Reelson, BNC, and Leo Monster are the ones taking care of the frags. BNC does go down here up against Noxy, who got pretty aggressive in the outer yard. Now you have Cassin waiting with the op. Flashes are in, so we won't have any visibility, but the timing is perfect. He gets the opener in that engagement and makes it a 5v3 in favor of BESTIA.
But Leo Monster, he's looking to break back in. Remix. Oh, it's all down to the fire. That's tragic. Right decision. Unfortunately for him, just missed the shot. Close in around him, and it is a close of the round. BESTIA overwhelming.
So, like you said, this might be a read here for BESTIA. Again, they can probably keep an eye towards that outer yard, and I mean, as it stands, Noxy's going to win the fight in mini, and Leodark pushes into lobby to find Reelson. So this is another great start for BESTIA. That said, Uno Mille has managed to slip through and make their way into secret. One player hangs back over at Big Garage. Noxy gets another one, is traded out by Remix, and, well, Remix will be the last one standing now. 1v4 clutch required.
It's going like BESTIA gonna be pushing towards the close on this thing. May not been able to do so when it came to Anubis, but 2 rounds. Not quite already, but soon. Remix still trying as best as he can, though. I mean, he's got the time to work with. Might as well. Just a perfect position, though, that Luchov is going to take it. Gonna have to waste a second one. Clearing that out. Reelson gonna now take the timing. And it's perfect timing, too, because just as they push to his ramp, Thomasin's going to get there. They can scale back towards A. That kill at A, it's all of it. It's everything. Thomason, he's arrived on the scene, though. They're hunting him down from hut. From hut, he doesn't see. He cannot see, but Leo has cut vision. Surely he has. He finally does clear, but Thomason! Oh my gosh, he's hit the shot, and he's gonna go down, but he's bought so much time. It's 2-on-3 instead of what could have been a 4-on-2.
Yeah, but that was always just one and done, with MILLE peppering down second vent until he finally fell. Leaving it up to Cassin and Luchov, and now just Cassin, because Luchov comes out. Cassin manages to connect onto one against Remix, then the second against BNC, but not enough for the third. Oh, BNC, look at this aggression. Tucked into Cubby. I don't think we really saw this from MILLE on their CT side in the previous half. Yeah, so this could be a huge... Yeah, he gets the jump on Luchov. Can he get the second two? No. Cassin very sharp with that shot, reels in on top of Big Box, not expected at all. He gets almost 3. Leo Dark barely survives the engagement, 10 HP left. That is huge damage from reels in. Remix needs to be careful. He could, yeah, he's probably dead. Oh my goodness. He gets traded anyway, this Leo. But Remix got caught in a really tough spot. Bomb has been dropped, so Cassin's got a very long way to try and get this back, and it feels nigh impossible with Leo Monster's position, and indeed it is. So it will be...
To kind of play off the back of that. That wasn't the case, and so that's why it's just such a good read from Ilsen.
It's a great opener from Cassin. Man, he just keeps going. He's looking great on that AWP. Unfortunately for him, despite how great he's been, his team doesn't have the lead right now. Cassin gets the second, as we just saw. BNC will find the trade. 4v3 in favor of BESTIA. It feels like MILLE, they're a thorn in the side of BESTIA that they just can't get rid of. Remix, a chance.
Should be the time.
Yeah.
Needed a big round from Remix multiple times already in this half. Or I should say, in this map. And that's the moment that he can take the next step forward. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Noxy has been an OT player this series.
Yeah.
A double kill that turns the tide, puts BNC on a timer.
BNC does get one, 1v2. BNC pops out and gets the second. Now it's all up to Cassin with the op in this situation. It is not ideal at all. Is there any util for Cassin? Yes, but the smoke for BNC is in place. He could just smoke this off and stick the defusal. He's just trying to clear out the site.
He's so certain that he's on site.
Oh no! Oh, because he took all that time. You're right. He thought he was on the site, but Cassin. Both teams just biding their time.
Dropped on the vent there.
Yeah.
ZMB is going to get into that position. This is going to be unexpected. I don't think Luchov is going to clear this. Oh, he does end up clearing it, but he does still fall. Back up the vent. ZMB into the mix, and ZMB. Oh, ZMB! It's beautiful. It's supreme. And he's got all 4 of them. It's the in-game leaders in overtime that take the cake, and it's ZMB. Update, by the way, that got pushed back 30 minutes.
Okay.
So.
As expected, because both teams can't play.
Right. Oh, it's Kaysen again, though. Kaysen delivering these openings. He's at 28 frags.
And so many of those openers, right?
Exactly.
Like
so funny that, it was all Remix in the opening duels last time around, and now it's been all Kaysen. This round is... I mean, I don't want to say over, but it really kind of is. MILLE are all down on B. All the avenues to get back up are being covered. I don't think I've ever cleared that spot that Leo was just in.
Yeah, they're just swarming. BESTIA has all the angles, like you said. They're watching every single exit from that B site, and well, this round's done. You kind of called it already. It was done a couple of frags ago. 16-15 in favor of BESTIA as they open up the second overtime with a round victory, and you're gonna see maybe Leo Monster able to get something here on the tail end, but it doesn't matter because it's OT and he actually gets nothing. Clean sweep there for Bestia on the round. Then they're going to have that map to play and then go to the other BO3. It's an insane amount of Counter-Strike. But if any teams are ready to play an insane amount of Counter-Strike, it is the South American squads. I think they're the most battle-tested right now.
Realson,
CS2.
He's battle-hardened.
Yeah.
I'm up against any of these ramp takes. He's been devastating. It was an opening pick for Kaysen in that area last round. Realson showing him that it's not going to be able to be repeated or replicated. There's a guy top hut? No. Not the case. Down on B is everyone.
Casson still has to get that bomb back too.
Does have a lot of time to do it.
Not going to be the easiest task with 15 HP and the op in hand, because they'll probably have to find one, then immediately flick around for the second. As Uno MILLE are playing for the trade. Oh man, that gives it away. He's actually dead to the incendiary. Well thrown from ZMB.
Oh.
Whoa.
It's a little bit ambitious from Leo.
I mean, yeah, but BNC taking advantage of that.
We go back? No, sorry. I'm blind. Almost will go back, though, and now he's punished. Now they know.
Noxie's probably dead to rights too. I mean, he's going to come back down here. Doesn't see Leo Monster, so he'll assume he fell back. So, yep.
What?
Oh,
What?
Leo, didn't you? Leo, what's happening? That was twice. Okay, there it is. He does get the frag. And then Remix finds the last two. And look at this. Uno MILLE have got the lead heading into the second half of the second overtime. I think they've got to get another couple thrown if they want to make a pass forward here, but they decide to go dry, and it works out for them. BNC getting the frag onto Luchov, 5v4. This information gained for Bestia. But still, I mean, they've got the advantage to Uno MILLE, and that's even more so the case as BNC sideswipes Noxie. Thomasine trying to pull it back, gets one.
Oh, it's a little bit dicey, but Remix holds the line. And with BNC's support, they can fly back up the vents. Casson is so far away. This is potentially going to be curtains here with another chance to close out. Uno MILLE are set up for it. Casson barely moving. I assume that he should want to just hold on to this, but has the money. Technically could go forward.
Oh my god.
BNC, that is unironically meaningless.
I've proven all the naysayers, including ourselves, wrong.
They get a, oh, no, they're not going to have one. We see a Molotov for the fully of the back sight. Jason will step forward anyway.
Oh,
BNC gets
slip
down
through.
the
Yeah.
vent. It's not the bomb, so they got to route towards ramp. Oh no. Quick trade for Remix. Bomb dropped momentarily. BNC holding the cutoff though in the vent means that MILLE should be able to get down here at the very least.
Why is... What? Sorry, that...
Why indeed?
Why? I just don't understand what that fight was for. Maybe they thought they could try and put pressure towards Hell and then get in towards that A site from Vent, but the way BNC was postured, he was already on B, so why not Remix just play it safe and get down towards B to help his teammate? Anyway, it's not over yet. 1v2, just the thing is 17 seconds left and the bomb is not in BNC's control. He has to literally sprint over just to get the bomb, and he's probably dead, yeah. Unless they give him fights, which why would they?
Well, I mean, Noxie ran away just to ensure that couldn't happen.
Like you said, and like we were alluding to, the fact that BNC does all that work and clears out the space means that the B site is the best one to take. Leo Monster this time is the one in the vents, and he will find the opener over onto Noxie. Let's not forget, that was 2 map points available for Uno MILLE. They've still got 1 left to wrap this up. Molotov at Cassin's feet. He gets 1 and escapes to even out the numbers. That is massive. Remix misses the shot, and he will get a recovery. The thing is, it's now a man advantage, making a 2-man edge for Bestia, and it's triple overtime.
We go again!
Yeah. Finding a way back into it. More than that, winning the round, and now Cassin over at Big Box with the AWP has been the best player for Bestia by far, and again connects for 2 before he's traded out. That is a very good job on his side, plus gets the information that he can relay to his teammates, and it doesn't give Uno MILLE that much of an edge. Luchov freebie onto BNC, and it's a 4v2.
That's right when Uno MILLE have that advantage broken back, and decent coming alive once again, as per the usual arrangement, really, for Bestia. Once the scoreline gets tied up, Bestia looking to take back that lead. Great clear from ZMB. Still one main here, still loot job available, and now Thomason getting into the position. You know, this Remix is holding the line. Oh, he stepped away. Still don't know about Luchov. Oh, but they will check it for him. 15 seconds. He's going to drop the vent. Oh, there's no scope. Is there time? Yes, there is. There's time to get here. Remix. He could do it. He could actually make this happen. Oh, he's already crossed, and he doesn't know. Thomason's on the walk up, and it's going to be a surprise. It's going to be a huge surprise here for Remix as he swings wide.
No way. There's so much BM coming through, dude. This is nuts. Like, I mean, really. I think it's because of that knife.
We got our price of admission and some on this round of 16 game. Crazy to say it's a round of 16 game.
Well, everything going Bestia's way in this overtime so far. BNC and Leo Monster not able to have an impact. Oh, a little bit of an overstep from Luchov towards Yard, so he gets deleted immediately by Remix after that peek. Remix, oh, there it is, a follow-up too. He was so quiet up to this point.
Jason smoked off. What about all of Bestia's defense is going to be placed at the A-bomb site now? It's got to be on this Heaven player. I mean, Remix goes first, but ZMB's got to get going. Noxie on the site, but he's the low health mark. Jason, though, with a very swift trade. Time of it, the essence. Oh, that's close. They'll get the bomb play. Oh, they'll get more than that. Great work from Kaysen. Kaysen is just so reliable. Picks up the pistol and goes in deep.
And we have a 20-18 scoreline. Uno MILLE trying to avoid being swept here in this third overtime. There we go. I got it eventually. And Leo Monster gets the opener. Luchov finds the trade, but Leo wants to keep going. He wants more. He's hungry for blood. He's got 3. Only 3, though, as the final one won't go his way. Or I should say the 4th one won't go his way. 3v2 in favor of Uno MILLE. Leo charges out into a Molotov and to his death, although he does find 1 before falling.
I mean, he's done more than the minimum there. Tom is in a phenomenal location, too. That's such an off angle. Remix going to swing back up to the A-bomb site. All the utility in the world here for Remix to play around with. He's not going to deploy any of it.
Why?
He's just going to sit on it. Positioning. Is he second vent right now? No, he's out mini. Much better.
I mean, that's a really good plan for this positioning here from Remix. Oh, he spots the player, though. He knows he's here. He's pulled him off the bomb. It's over. They've got the round. Nothing Thomason can do now. Couldn't get the frag, nor the defusal. No smoke to help him out. And Uno MILLE have prevented 3 rounds in a row in overtime, at least in this half. BNC, the opener there onto Luchov. Exactly what the doctor ordered for Uno MILLE, as they want to tie things up once more at 20 here. Nade pop comes through. ZMB gets full visibility, doesn't see anyone. That's information gained. In the meantime, BESTIA sending Thomasine, Noxie, and Leo on a quest to clear out ramp. There is someone here. As reels in, he's been so very good from this position. In fact, just gets the information, falls back. That's exactly what you have to do towards ramp. And he sets himself up along with Remix to do the damage. And Remix misses the shot that leaves reels in very exposed. And he will die. Remix only gets one before Cassin closes the gap. And after getting the opening frag, things are quickly falling apart here for Uno MILLE.
Falling apart, but can it be recovered? Can they put the pieces back together? Those pieces starting to align quite nicely. In fact, they slide into place from clock they see, and oh, great reposition though, still out in the open for Thomasine, and oh my goodness, those pieces slide into place quite nicely, don't they, JRT?
Wow.
Let's see if
either
it's
these teams find it, yeah.
Yeah, truly magical, because to be honest with you, I just feel like this is the unending BO3. It's so hard to see a world where anybody inches their way up ahead. Great work, though.
Okay.
Remix. I said he's been heating up here. You know, it's taken 2 overtimes, but you know, second OT was his OT. You know what I mean?
No kidding. Like, it's great to see him wake up. It took a map and a half, but he's here. He's had that opportunity to have an extended warm-up session. And wow, yeah, I mean, look, perfect flashbang from Reels in to re-clear yard. BNC does that. And now Cassin and Noxie actually find the space. They find a gap in the defense towards the B side. No one's here for Uno MILLE, so a chance, albeit slim, because it's still a 5v2 in favor of Uno MILLE.
I mean, they just don't have any real utility either. No smokes.
Right.
No, this is as simple as, like, take your guns out and flood the site.
Mm-hmm.
Should be, on paper. That opto complicates things, as you were kind of talking about. Great smoke, though. Clear them off, and now BNC putting the timer on Cassin's position. Oh, that's gone. Now Noxie. Time does get, like, incredibly low, but they got the defuse of this round for BESTIA. They played a slow burn. Oh, this is going to be crazy. Jason's about to go head-to-head, and head-to-head then he wins. He gets tagged. Remix hits the shot, but it's the elevation, it's that boost that changes the game.
And the good patience from Luchov as well, catching BNC, trying to double back in towards Secret. Leo Monster at risk, and he is also deleted. It is instantaneous. Everyone falls. Like you said, no smokes available for BESTIA now. They don't really have the control that they perhaps would like. Although, getting into yard and not really challenged much. BNC blindsided, and Cassin finds ZMB. Both players eliminated, and the A site cracked open just like that. Reelson doubling back towards yard, spots Luchov, so gets the trailing player before they manage to get into the site, but I think this is too strong here for BESTIA. It is. Thomasine spots out Leo Monster. Now Remix and Reelson just don't really have a path back in. Those ops are, despite overtime, still important to keep up.
Yeah, especially on the CT side.
Mm-hmm.
You know, $12,500. It's a lot of money, but you know, it's only comfortably just 2 ops. So it's always worth hanging on to that. Reels in, could go for a ninja though. And that's what he's looking for. Leo, though, does a great job of handling it. And now they hunt the op. There's a flashbang. Second flashbang. That second flashbang is a nasty little surprise that Remix will...
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Apologize if you mentioned that before, but...
No, I didn't yet. You're the first one. I mean, we've been so caught up in the action that we haven't had time to look at that. It's ridiculous that he's hit 42.
Yeah, when you've played like 2 whole games of Counter-Strike, you know, the numbers don't mean that much anymore, but that is still a massive one to hit. Great flick out of Remix. MILLE about to answer back, and it's Reels in again. Anytime he's tested here at ramp, he is a just deadly force.
Oof. I mean, even there, Leo at 1 HP He's done as soon as ZMB comes through that smoke fade. Luchov, speaking of players on their last legs, he's only at 18 HP. And, I mean, look, has to recover the bomb. And, yeah, Leo's not going to let him do that. Uno MILLE! Tie it up again. Back and forth we go on this seesaw ride of overtimes. Remix free every day. Gets that frag, reels in, strikes onto Leo Dark as well. And it's a 4v3. I think BNC's going to catch one too. He does. Cassin's gone. There is a player around the corner, but it doesn't really matter because as soon as BNC gets that, he wisely backs off and goes back into the ace site. So he doesn't give Noxy that chance to immediately retaliate. And then Noxy walks through the smoke. Dead immediately. Only Luchov left. He can't do anything either. Uno MILLE are back in the lead.
Will make Remix's life a little bit tougher as we were talking him up. He's now working with 37 health for the rest of the round.
Leo Monster once more lurking around in the lobby. Could be a problem for Bestia. Now they know he's here, though, so it should be a freebie for... No, it's not! Thomason dropped! Leo Monster does get him. Immediately traded by Luchov. Cassin, in the meantime, also connected on a shot, so we are down to a 3v3, and there's not much time left on the clock. Remix walks into Cassin's crosshair. Luchov finds reels in. BNC is the last one standing. The last hope in the round for Uno MILLE, but it just won't happen.
So looking to ramp control this round, Luchov isn't going to let that go without taking space elsewhere. It's actually a nasty setup, I've just realized. Up here for Kaysen. Great work for Reelson. What a committed swing that was. They disrupt that setup incredibly fast.
Oof. Well, 3v2 now in favor of Uno MILLE. Oxy gone, reels in, dropping him. Only Luchov left, standing in the way of another map point for Uno MILLE. It would be their third if they win the round. He's still got Luchov standing. He's already got two. Needs the ace on this round to clutch it out, and he will get a third in a weird engagement with Remix, just jumping around trying to escape there. But in the end, he is traded out immediately by Reelson, who's hit 38 frags. The only one ahead of him is BNC at 39. Those two have been so integral, but everyone...
Slower round out of Uno MILLE after their ramp aggression last time around. It's worked out pretty nicely. BNC in a pretty forward position. They force some respect in yard. They force a drop for Noxy. Oh, but Leo Monster gets bested. They drop into mini. It's going to be bested by Luchov. Oh, no. All gone wrong. And Luchov gets another one. He is, again, that big moment player. As Noxy, event is his.
Having to pull things together with their backs against the wall again.
Yeah, I mean, it's been big moment after big moment, I think, for Uno MILLE to kind of keep it alive. But BESTIA in the same boat. I mean, it's not been easy for them. Kaysen, it does look easy, though. Him as a whole. Leo Monster handles the aggression into lobby. Leo's going to get here on the other side, but he, too, finds success. From that point on, Uno MILLE are fighting not just down, but nearly out, but not quite just yet. Both of these guys have the B bomb site. And Leo Dark and Luchov are both walking wounded.
ZMB hits the op shot on Thomasine. You're right. I mean, Luchov and Leo are the last two standing. They don't have much health left to their name. Luckily for Luchov, it's against an op, and he wins that duel very cleanly. Now it's all down to Reelson. Two soft players, doors closed in his face. They could just keep closing them, and he gets the frag on the diffuser. Luchov might have enough time here. Yeah, he does. He does. It's fine. A little close, but he's okay. 25th round for BESTIA.
Organization. Suppose these free agents.
Oh, geez. How does it even happen? Leo Dark walks through the smoke, and Leo Monster will take care of him. It is 2 frags already for Uno MILLE as one comes back the other way. So a 4v3 edge. Thomasine. Oh, he's going to push up.
Got there so
yeah,
fast.
It's crazy. I think they just went for a fast play. Thomasine almost walks to his death. In fact, does. I thought he had that frag on Reels In. Reels In survives with 4 HP. Cassin strikes back on the ZMB. Again, the seesaw ride is not just in terms of the rounds and the overtimes, but also the frags. 2v1 Remix, who's had a reawakening here in OT. 2 frags to his name in this round. Noxy, the last one standing.
I don't think they have any inkling about what or where, I should say, Noxy was located. Oh, now they know. Now they're fully aware. And so it's down to the B-bomb site that the bomb will rotate. Noxy shall beat from there. We're playing a little rotate strike.
Okay. Who knows?
Will
it matter?
I'm over that talking point. I'm done.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Only what's in the round matters. And what's in this round is Luchov. He did that last round, by the way, and he got ultra punished for it. Remix. He was on Marshmallow. We saw it in the replay. And just like hard cleared him, which is crazy. This time he goes back again, which another like decision that I think is pretty interesting. And he gets away with it. Escapes with his life in addition to that.
PNC, oh my god, he was waiting for so long, and he does still get the frag despite being a little preemptive on his initial spray. So we are brought down to a 4v4, and BESTIA on notice towards Yard, knowing that there's a player behind them. Perhaps going to make a move a little bit sooner.
They should actually know that Kaysen is on ramp by that. Because Thomason's the ramp player usually. And that's only except when Kaysen's got the op there.
Well, they're going to have to make a move soon. 25 seconds left on the clock. Slowly walking to the site is not the answer. Have to push forward. 15 seconds now. Leo Monster onto A. Gets one on Luchov. In the meantime, they have to execute B anyway. And they will do that. Noxy down. Smoke going to get tossed for the bomb planter to get that bomb down to dirt. Down to Leo and Cassin gets caught there by Remix. Leo Dark, last one standing. 1v2. Molotov thrown outside the smoke. Love the rotation here, but he is on it. Yeah, he's holding the defusal. I think he's going to get it. He does. Unbelievable. Leo has gotten the defusal through the smoke, and BESTIA do manage to win the round.
I only ask because I think it's just a funny thing to note.
Yeah.
Great shot.
How? Yeah.
Just thread the needle.
Yeah, that was crazy.
BNC. Oh, he's gotten away. Great work from BNC, but it's not done yet. He's got to get Leo Monster here for support. That support arrives. And Leo Monster is here for it. He's got the double, and he's shut BESTIA down.
Should be dead here. I mean, even if he managed to get a frag, there's no real chance of winning the round. Yeah, this is already tied up. Luchov, leg spotted.
What?
Legs are spotted, BNC, right? You saw him, right?
You surely did.
It doesn't matter.
It's just getting Remix a freebie.
Yeah, and get his confidence boosted even more.
They looked like they wanted to kind of walk through hut and just go A. There is so many people at A right now. Nobody forced to rotate down. That's going to change now. Ramp falls. Oh, great flashbang. Reelson tossing it off the wall. He gets a double out of it. Another double kill for Reelson on the ramp hold. Dude just gets multis for fun.
Luchov does manage to get a response here. Here comes BNC striking on Luchov as the smoke was fading away a little bit around the edge. Cassin waiting in cubby, trying to hang on here for BESTIA. Prevent another map point for Uno Mille. Oh, ZMB sprayed down to 16 remix. Oh, misses the no-scope. It's Messi. And Cassin's the one who hit the no-scope instead, but he's the last one standing. Hits the second shot. He's been so good. So very good. Can he clutch this out for his squad? He does! BNC's gone, and Bestia have a map point here on Nuke. What a performance from Cassin.
Oh my gosh. You will probably like see this one time ever again. 50 frags in one map. Oh, and he's 51. Got another.
This could be it too. Let's not forget, if Bestia win this round, they will win the map. That is something that happens.
Not the series though.
No.
The third map would be required.
Oh my god. And you know both these teams are absolutely gassed.
Reminder, they have another best of the
I
league against
know.
one another.
Oh my god. Well, looks like this one. After all that. Okay, wait. Yeah. A Leo Monster in a 1v3. See him rubbing his eyes a little bit. The fatigue's certainly setting in for these players.
I feel like for Bestia, it's been a little bit of frustration that I've been seeing on their faces. For Uno Mille, I think fatigue is the right word. Certainly a difference. 1 minute clock. It's a bad timing. So when Noxie swings, he'll send Leo Monster away. Bestia, given the chance, they will close. And they will close into a third map. We need all three. Feet first, all the way deep into this crazy game of Counter-Strike.
Indeed. Here we go. Again. BNC gets 2. Cassin and Noxie got 2 in between, and it is going to be all Bestia in this pistol round with those last 2 frags. ZMB, last one standing. He's on that B site. And eventually... Oh yeah, he's running out of bullets too. Throws a flashbang. Magazine has to be close to empty, but he hits the shot. Picks up the P250 off the ground. I don't know how he's alive, but he's managed to do it. Bomb getting it planted towards the A site. ZMB. Headshot on Thomas Z. No way. No way. Up against Noxie here. ZMB! He's got it! 1v3 clutch! And it will be Uno Mille getting the opening round.
Uno Mille, ZMB, take all the credit. Bestia, they need help. That's all I have to say.
Well, yeah. Remix, ZMB, everyone. Yeah, it's just Uno Mille taking care of business here. Cassin does manage to get 1 in the mix, but the force buy. Oh, nice shot from Leo Dark. I was going to say yields nothing, but hey, that's an important frag coming through, and Leo Dark manages to pick up the Galil off the ground. And he will double back towards T-spawn. Unfortunately for him, if he does go all the way back, he's going to meet the FAMAS of Reels in. He decides instead to trek back towards the B site. All angles are covered, so he's going to have to win fights. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, I was going to say that should be expected, but yeah, maybe not, indeed. This little gap, the longer that it's happened, though, the more I think that Uno Mille should become aware. Reels in will check back in and check Leo out of the round. And it's been so long. After 28 to 26, Nuke falls by into Bestia's favor. Good defensive smoke drop. Oh, but ZMB, that's a flashbang that devastates him. He'll get even more. Thomason overwhelming the bomb, though, when Luchov's back. Remix is just able to finish off those opportunities, but wait a second. BNC's grabbed a FAMAS, and Luchov is low.
I think Luchov wins this.
Luchov doesn't have armor? Is that what I'm reading correctly? Doesn't matter.
All right, so yeah, Luchov does get the round victory, and we have a 1v2 clutch coming through from him.
And they're really their one flashbang just pays so many dividends. And I talked about the op and how difficult it can be here. You can definitely use it. Cason's got it. But it's right into the MP9s. That's up close and personal. Bullets, though, in that MP9 was Leo Monster.
Huh, that's surprising. With 2 MP9s that close, it felt like a very favorable engagement to get more than just one, but yeah, it's just the one, and a good flashbang thrown by BESTIA there to force the player back and really make life difficult enough that they were able to strike true. I think going to mid is usually pretty good with that op, and yeah, towards B as well. It depends on the engagement that you're taking, but
like B is the only place to go.
Yeah.
When you walk out of kill A, I just don't even feel like mid is
I don't know,
let
it
your
depends.
riflers get in there first, and then you can take a line. The T side, that is.
Look, Cassin's going to make it work wherever he is. It doesn't matter.
That is true. I mean, you know, that's what they did this past round was, you know, kind of, being able to work around a map like Ancient where it is just bad on this map compared to every other map in the pool. This is one of the ways you can get aggressive. CMB, he's in the air. He's actually in the air. That's illegal. He's not allowed to do that.
Yeah, good question.
They must think that somebody could have, like, found a gap.
But they've... What? There's...
I don't know what gap there could have been. They were in lane the whole time. Instant trade. Well, regardless of what they were worried about, those worries are moot now because the reality has hit them like a ton of bricks. It's Noxy 1v2, and Noxy out of time as his knife will be out. His knife will be out.
The frags that they got, they probably should have gone a little bit quicker into that B side. And I'm pretty sure they had a player on there at one point.
They did.
Anyway,
Thomason was there.
that's the thing. So it's hard to be... Anyway.
I was going to say... Oh. Okay. Oh,
All right.
Another absurd round. A moment that you'll very rarely see. Bomb's still down in elbow, by the way. So as they scale out towards A, they don't have bomb. Leo's got to grab it here. He's on shelf right now. Gonna take onto B and C and upgrade onto another rifle. There's Leo grabbing the bomb, and it should be just fine. What I was gonna say, I was kind of intending when I was saying let's be kind, is they have played a lot of Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Like, it's a long series. So
I was just
I'm
about
pulling
to
that
say...
up early, though.
Yeah, well, not really. I mean, not really, given how much they've played,
3
right?
to 3 in the map. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Oh, okay. In that way, sure. But at the same time, I was about to say, it feels like the fatigue is setting in with some of the way some of these plays are setting out. Like Noxy just charging into mid. There's a flashbang thrown. Everyone's blinded. Then the blinding clear. The flash is clear, and all of a sudden Noxy's got 2. No one knows that he's there. And then he's just running along the map, getting frags everywhere. Noxy was only really effective in the overtimes for BESTIA. Regulation wasn't his thing, but now he's 8-4.
I don't know if this is like, wow, that's a headshot. Okay, cool thing.
Counter-Strike 2.
Yeah, what you see is what you get. I think, didn't BNC get the knife?
He did.
Yeah, that's cool.
You think it's still going back to that? I mean, really?
No, I mean, I think these guys are probably pretty familiar with each other.
Yeah.
And you know, the knife will set it off. That's the dream scenario when you start a round of Counter-Strike. Get an early lead, an advantage in the man situation. Oh, what a clear. Noxy gets his, has Kaysen for support, and with that, it can only be ZMB. Wow, Luchov turns for that one. BNC denied through cave. That is another round. Settled.
Yeah, we might be for the first time seeing a team take control here in a... It's still 18 seconds left. They got to get a move on. That could be to the advantage of Reels in a very significant way. He gets 2 before falling. Thomason trades him out, but now they got to get this bomb planted. In a man disadvantaged situation, I mean, luckily for BESTIA, Leo Dark is watching the flank and Leo Monster can't do anything. Thomas Zine finds ZMB and BESTIA look like they've hit another gear, whereas Uno Mille, the fatigue is clearly setting in for them. BNC, last one standing. Can he clutch it? No is the answer. Cass in the 2K. He's up to 12.
And it's not the best of buys, but with the full loss bonus, you can always get something. Free from losses included in this one. It's a lot of space that they've just picked up. Had enough of Leo on that lurk, I guess. Cassin's bomb in hand leading the charge, but ZMB, he's not respectful of that.
What?
He has no idea. I mean, he did just clear that, to be fair to him.
Yeah, but it's still a little overambitious hanging around there for so long and then throwing utility pretty much in the open. So good catch from BESTIA. And now the B site's kind of exposed. You have Leo Monster still here, going to Jaguar. Leo Monster, can he win the fight? No, is the answer. Thomas Zine delivers another. Real Zine, the two Zines on opposite ends. We'll be fighting up against each other, and Thomas is the one to win it. Noxy gets one, traded out that frag with Luchov. And it'll be remixed, the last one standing. Looks like we're going to have a 9-3 half for BESTIA, which is the largest lead that any team has had against the other in this series.
Yeah, and a half of dominant Counter-Strike. Again, a rare.
Good spell curtains for Uno Mille in this series. And I mean, I think I'd feel like kind of a shame if this one ends up being a one-sided affair after everything that went down. And Uno Mille, well, they may have other plans there, which will be good news for them. They got the first two frags here, almost the third. On to Noxy. Bomb going to be planted. DNC. Waiting in cave, and he will lose the fight to Thomas Zine. Okay, that's one piece off the board for BESTIA. Thomas, he's looking for more. ZMB so low taking that fight like that, and Thomas does indeed find that headshot. Knows a player's probably in cubby. He's got support maybe coming from Noxy, but he can't really rely on him. And there's just no kit. Yeah, even though they are continuing to get the frags.
Yeah, those are nice to have. And you know, extra money, actually.
Yeah.
You know, if we were talking about what really does matter coming into the one little missing piece, enough to push BESTIA away. And I wanted to go for the A play once again. On Leo Monster hearing all this, he's gonna send them in, say, yep, you're good, go ahead.
Oh no, this is not trending well for Uno Mille. I mean, this is just an eco round, and now it's turned into a 3v2 in favor of BESTIA. BESTIA just charging down mid and hoping for the best, and they got it. Couple of guns available. Yeah, I mean, look, it's settled down a little bit by Real Zine. They've still got two players to worry about. Real Zine's position known. So Thomas Zine is going to try clearing out a main, but Real Zine will take care of business with a 3K.
And it's right back in business here. Another A hit, and it's a fast one at that.
Yes, in the opener with the AWP. Thomas Zine goes down. BESTIA unable to hold on to this A site, but I mean, they're poised for the retake. Everyone's in position here. Maybe one needs to rotate around. And, well, we'll see if they get there in time. Cassin dropped by Remix, and Leo Monster lurking around. Spots out Luchov. Now BESTIA don't really have a path in. BNC's forcing the issue, and Leodar can't even fade away. It's all down to Noxy, who's just going to try and grab that op and save, but the pressure is on. Uno Mille are right back into this map, 9-7 in favor of BESTIA, but Uno Mille have not given up a round here so far in the second half.
All right. Luchov through A. He's found a whole lot of turned heads. Unfortunately, not going to get all the kills.
Oh.
In fact, not going to dissuade Thomas Zine, though, from stepping forward. It's bad timing. Case of it there for BNC.
Yeah, I thought he was going to stay forward up, and he tries to fall back at the worst time possible, allowing Noxy to put pressure on. So we have a 3v2 edge, two players at half health, but on the other side, and BESTIA I should say, but on the other side for Uno Mille, ZMB's on notice at 16 HP. They got the bomb though. They're rotating around into what will be the crosshairs of Cassin, who's been the hot hand, the worst player you want to walk up against, and Cassin wins the first fight, rotates around. the pillar here. Reelsin wins the fight. But, I mean, time is against him. He's got to grab that bomb. Goes back, takes that fight against Leo, will lose it, and BESTIA are back on the board. They hit double digits.
From Uno MILLE, they don't have a clue what's happening. And although Luchov only gets his one, Thomas in big impact.
Oh, nice run boost.
He's up in the mix. Gets ahead of that defensive T-molly that they're throwing these days. It's not the ramp that's the problem. It's cave. It's the bigger issue. Ace invested, but he does a lot of damage. And Leo, a great spray. He'll take all three. That's incredible work from Leo. Thomas it hits the other two. A little full house between the two of them.
Their chance to get into this map is quickly slipping away. 2 techs, a Galil, an AK, and a P250 is what they have at their disposal to try and crack through with another round here. But Luchov responds immediately after losing the first. It's their only util. That's another thing. Post-plant will be a little bit tough. Should they even get there?
Luchov, it's not quite as quick as Kaysen, but it is certainly as accurate, even with enemies on screen, or rather, friendlies. 3-on-3 still, though. Critical space that has been taken here by Reelsin. Always for Luchov, the shadow advantage is massive. They might have this from here. Noxie and Thomason, both coming from the same angle, both from short side. Spotted removed. ZMB has his. And though Noxie gets a trade, it might be too little, too late. Reelsin just playing with his food. He'll finally swing. Feels like this is the type of round that BESTIA wins. You know?
All right.
That's just what I'm feeling. Aggressive over in main. They're gonna run him down. They're gonna run him down. Low HP on the other one. Luchov's gonna get 2. Leo comes around the corner, and it's just as was said, foretold. Here, Uno MILLE. They still have an avenue here towards B. That said, there's 2 more MP9s that are on that side.
I don't know. We'll see. ZMB gets 1. Does he expect the close angle here? I mean, he's got 2 players to worry about. Doesn't even clear it. All right, ZMB down. So is BNC, and BESTIA do indeed win it.
Well, there's always doubt. It's just about faith.
I guess.
Thomason, a little south flash. It's one you can use in your MM game, that's for sure. As well about to be caught. That'll make life difficult. Not exactly the range you want to be fighting with an MP9. Shaw thought it was a little bit more pistols. There's still AKs in the mix there. Oh, but there's no more AKs in the mix. It's a great trade. Oh, and they're running him down. They're running him down! BNC! BNC is low, as is Remix. There's 2 nades.
Oh my god. Oh my god. There's no way. There's no way. They were down and out. Remix and BNC pull this one back. And it's almost the 9th round. Yeah, the nade, they escape it, even though it does damage. Noxie fakes the defusal, gets the headshot.
He's got a stick here.
I mean, he does, and he's not going to. Gets the frag. Is there time?
Maybe he doesn't.
Is there time?
I think. It's close. Oh, he's got it! BESTIA!
Oh my god!
Over so many rounds, over 3 whole maps. They stand tall, and the round of 16 is theirs.